didn't have any depth. It's very.
It was a shallow.
Yeah, it's forced.
I need to bring it from.
It needs to be more guttural.
Bring it from the colon.
Yeah, just bring it all from.
What we're referring to is my just before we turned on the mic.
Very feminist
belch.
Feminal belch.
It was not a feminist feminal.
It was very high pitched.
By the way, it's feminine.
Yes. See?
I did not have a feminine belch.
There was a fem belch.
I didn't go, oh gosh. I'm sorry, guys.
Hold on a second. Burp.
I totally burped. I'm so sorry. Oh, I did it again. Oh.
All right. Obviously, second half, July 31st. Dudes like us. I'm Sean.
Paul. No, sorry. I'm Paul.
Oh, no. Oh God.
And I fuck you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What? This is a train wreck from the beginning.
Okay, start over. Okay, why are you German when you're backing it up?
I was trying to reverse.
Paul has fem burps.
You fem burper.
Right, look, it's the second part of the podcast, July 31st. It's the last day. Look, we got a fun-filled podcast. We talked a lot about politics in the first half, and
we went all doom and gloom. The world's coming to an end.
I disagree.
We're all going to die.
I mean, it was doom and gloom, but what it is also, it's having a conversation. It's expressing the way we feel about politics and about some of the things. And it has nothing to do with left or right. It has to do with the policies. It has to do with our beliefs in the way things should be run and the way that our forefathers had predicted it to be. That's why they put these safeguards in place.
I hear you. And you know, and you're right. And you're right. If anybody's watching any news whatsoever, you're inundated by this stuff, and you're feeling it.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes
you can't escape it.
You have to step away every now and then. I'll take a week, and I won't look at the fucking news.
Yeah, good for you.
I'm just like
I can't do that.
I have to take a
dude.
Take
I
a
can't
step
either.
back.
My wife gets on me because I'm. Are you looking at news again? You need to.
No, honey, it's porn. Stop.
Right.
Big cocks.
It's dudelikeus.com.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. I do have to take a break every now and then, but and then sometimes you'll come in here and did you see that? I was like, no, I didn't see it. And it's cleansing to step away because you're right. Because if I get too deep into it, I get depressed and just pissed off.
Well, it's and rightfully so, because there's a lot of gaslighting going on. We talked about it. We're not going to dive too much into it, but it's just there's a bunch of shit that just simply isn't true. Who was the president that said that? Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, it drives you crazy that we're being lied to.
It's not that my Democrat colleagues are ignorant. It's just they know so much that isn't true. And it's this game that they play, and it's gaslighting. It's like, the Project 2025. And what was the other one they were talking about?
It'll drive you crazy. It's bold-faced lies, and nothing just gets your blood boiling. And it's more than that, right?
They're lying. It's like crazy.
I want you to play the first 30 seconds of that trailer I sent, Lover of Men.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Did you watch the trailer I sent you, Sean?
Is that about Barack Obama?
No.
Oh, yeah, I did, actually.
Just play the first 30 seconds, and once the key line is played, you can stop it.
Okay, here we go.
All right, hold on a second.
By both Republicans and Democrats. He led the nation through its greatest crisis.
He's on our currency. We build monuments to him.
He's the greatest president the United States has ever had.
Today, the big question that people are asking is, was Abraham Lincoln gay?
Oh,
in the 19th century,
ding, stop it.
their closest relationships were other men. And
the whole
same for
movie
women.
is about
trying to prove that he's a homosexual.
Yeah, the whole movie is trying to prove that he was gay.
Unbelievable.
Why are they doing this? What is their motivation behind this?
They're trying to normalize homosexuality.
Yeah.
They're trying to, because that's somebody that the entire country, every American looks up to Abraham Lincoln.
Well, that and Ronald Reagan.
No.
And he's a fact
No.
that he was
they're not saying that Ronald Reagan, like Hot Rock Hudson, is gay. I'm just saying that, they're trying to normalize it. Like the Diagnostic Statistic Manual that they put out in the 70s and 80s. They said that being a homosexual is a personality disorder.
Right.
And they normalized it. And what's the next step? Pedophilia? That is now in the spectrum of the Diagnostic Statistics Manual as a personality disorder, as opposed to, this is just bullshit. They're trying to normalize it. This is disgusting.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, well, that's a movie coming out this summer, so I'm curious to see what kind of reception it gets.
Right.
And I'm sure it's going to be...
It's a documentary.
Yeah, it's a documentary.
So the reason why I was saying no to Ronald Reagan, Sean, is because the left does not like Ronald Reagan, right? But the left and the right, every American from childhood, to old men, they look up to Abraham Lincoln. If somebody said, what's the greatest president we've ever had?
Abraham Lincoln.
Dude, 9 out of 10 people would say Abraham Lincoln. So they're targeting Abraham Lincoln to be gay and to try to prove that he was gay because they want somebody that we all put on a pedestal to be somebody, it's normal. Yeah,
Right.
hell, if Abraham Lincoln was gay, well then, we're all gay.
I look at it this way. I also think that he's a Republican that everybody reveres, especially the Republicans, the conservatives.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that he was the one who, the Emancipation Proclamation, quote unquote, freed the slaves.
Yep.
That how can we bring, I don't want to say down a notch, but
Tear him down.
make him seem so not as desirable to the conservative party.
Right.
Let's make him gay.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like right out of the Cartman files from South Park, Slap a dick on him, make him gay. It's kind of bullshit. Look, if Abraham Lincoln was gay, homosexual, cocksucker, whatever, if he was that, I don't care. But you know what the difference is then and now? Is that if he was gay, then he handled it like all sexuality. Sexuality is a private thing. You
Right.
keep it. It's
in
personal.
the bedroom.
It's personal. It's
Well,
private.
now they're trying to bring it right out into the open.
Well, see,
and that's the part that's ungodly, and that is why God threw wrath on what is the city.
Sodom and
Sodom.
Gomorrah.
Yeah, it just tossed everything out because you guys are fucking stupid, and you're just. I mean, look, this is getting to the point right now. I mean, this is not the direction I wanted the podcast to go at the very beginning. By the way,
Well, you were sitting
Talking
here,
about-
you were like Abraham Lincoln. He's infallible. He's like the best president ever.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't believe I said that.
cocksucker.
Oh, you didn't?
I just said, let's play the first 30 seconds of this movie.
Oh, maybe I
Men.
misunderstood then.
Well, the
Okay.
name of the movie, too. Lovers of Men.
Lover of men. Really? Come on. That's crazy. All right, but we're not talking about crazy shit. Let's talk about fun
He
stuff.
led the nation through its greatest crisis.
He's
You
on
wanna
our
play it
currency.
again?
We build monuments
Yeah,
to
just
him.
one more time.
He's the greatest president the United States has ever had.
bet look at the people talking.
I know. They're all questionable.
They're all hacks.
Was Abraham Lincoln gay?
In the 19th
Yeah,
century,
they're all.
Burp
Yeah,
It's
you
actually,
can,
I has to laugh as she says it.
yeah, you can totally tell that the people interviewing that are being interviewed are they're.
But look,
you can tell where they stand.
But look, back then, gay. Look, you can have relationships with a guy that's not. It's not
right,
gay.
you were close male friends.
I can weirdly I could touch you guys and it'd be okay because
Ooh.
it's. I mean, not like touch your junk or anything, but look, I can grab you around the shoulder
Did you say no
and
homo?
kinda give you a hug and kind of look. There's a difference when you can.
homo, no homo.
Look, it's not like a Brokeback Mountain moment, I'm just like, look,
Right.
there's nothing wrong with men being affectionate towards each
I
other.
agree
as
with
for
that.
some brotherly love. In fact, I think that we need more of that in life, and I think that we've become too sanitized. We're too afraid to do it. Look, no, it's not like that, and I think that's a problem. I think it's a problem that's
Dude,
leading to all this
I
stuff.
think close guy friends that care about each other. I mean, they should be able to say, "Hey, man, I love you, brother. Oh, I miss you, brother." I mean, that's okay. That's okay. Like you said, we're not touching each other's junk.
Let's ensleeve.
Yeah, let's. Can't wait to sleep with you,
Jesus
brother.
Christ.
Really? Why, Jeff?
So
You're the one who found the
they
picture.
What happened? Oh,
So they had a major
We
they had
need
a
to fact check
major
that.
hurricane event that happened in South Texas.
Yes, we did.
All right. So it was that Burl, the hurricane that came through?
Burl, yes.
Burl. So Burl came through and like
Is
like
that
what?
a male name?
It is.
I don't know and I don't care. So right before that there was the Derecho, the
Dorito.
the Derecho straight line winds event that occurred at the end of May.
What is that word, Derecho?
Dude, that's the one that blew
It
out all the
is-
windows downtown.
It was
in downtown Houston, yeah.
It did. It did more. Yes, it did. So what Derecho is just like it's very rare. Actually, I don't know if it's rare, but I've never heard of it. Have you?
Are you saying it right?
I was going to say, is that a real word?
Derecho.
Like supine.
Do an AI pronunciation.
All right, hold on.
Derecho. You are trying to say Derecho. as he
To
looks
reach
it up.
poo.
Derecho. It's got to be Derecho.
Derecho.
Can't be Derecho.
All right, how to pronounce? Maybe I'll put that in there.
Yeah, it's got to be Derecho.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
Derecho.
Dr. A. Chow.
Dr. A. Chow.
Dude, you're not going to believe what blew through downtown. A Dr. A. Chow. It blew up everything. Derecho. You had it right.
Hold on.
You had it right, Sean. I'm amazed. Derecho.
Anyways, so the derecho is so what is a derecho? What does it mean? Well, in English, it's a widespread, long-lived windstorm that's associated with a band of rapidly moving showers and thunderstorms. So basically, what it was like straight stream winds that came through. So what happens when these straight winds come through is they spawn off a myriad of small little tornadoes.
Tornadolets.
Tornadolets, yeah.
Yeah, tornadoes.
They're tornitos. They're tornado-nitos. They're tornado-nitos. I don't know. Hey, hello, how are you today? We're in South Texas, and we got little tiny tornitos. So those little fuckers, they're like, ooh, yeah, they're just fucking destroying shit everywhere.
Right? Within like the 10-foot by 10-foot square.
Your taco stand? Oh, it's gone, fucker. So I had to go back to Houston, and because they had the Burl thing right after that. Because I went there for the Derecho, and I had to handle some stuff, and now I had to go back to handle some stuff for the latest one. The good thing is I got to go back to some of the distilleries out there, and I got to meet a buddy of mine, and he's an engineer, and we had a good time. And
were you were on the hunt for something in particular?
Yes, which will bring up ultimately what we're drinking tonight.
Later.
But the thing is that we went to Total Wine. One of my preferred bourbons that I like to do. Oh, what's going on here? What do we have here? Our
Look at that
phone going off?
professionalism.
Oh, it's my alarm to get naked. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I turned it off.
Oh, was your wife inviting more teachers?
What?
Well, I mean, I thought you was like,
No, just alone naked.
Oh, alone time. That's all. So I was.
Don't you guys have alarms for that?
So the one of the preferred whiskeys I personally like, and you guys like it too, is the Rebecca Creek put out a double barrel Spanish oak.
Spanish oak, yeah.
There's a difference between Spanish oak. The Spanish oak itself is a little bit more spicy. Okay. And the fact that it's double barrel gives it a little bit more caramelly taste to it, and it's a little bit darker, a little bit more viscousy, and it's such a desirable bourbon.
Yeah, we stumbled on it years ago.
Yeah, and we didn't give it enough attention as we always thought it was good, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Yeah, it's discontinued," and I was like,
"No, it showed up with a much lower proof.
It's an 80 proof
oh,
now.
that's what it was. It
Yes.
showed up, and it was a double. It wasn't even a double barrel though.
No, it's
Yeah,
double
it was.
barrel Spanish oak, 80 proof. Instead of
Which means
120.
they were running out of the shit that they were selling, and then they diluted what they had left down to 80.
That's not gonna make it.
Which drives you apeshit crazy.
Oh, yeah, I was like, that's just not going to happen. I mean, what the fuck? You could reverse. You could take that bottle of the 80 proof and like heat it up to expel some of the water.
No.
Does it work like that?
I don't think so.
Just add some vodka
Can
to
you
it.
imagine taking your bottle and pouring it into a saucepan on your stovetop? I'm going to burn off the water and get it back up to 118.
Yeah.
I really don't think it works
I
that
think
way.
it does work. It can work that way.
Okay, well, good luck.
Well, what evaporates
I'm not going to
first?
do it.
What evaporates first, water or alcohol?
Don't make this weird, Jeff. So
I think you already went there.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the hunt now was like, oh my god, this. So we went to hunt for the double barrel Spanish oak Rebecca Creek. So I was
Foolproof. Yeah.
the barrel strength stuff. So we got we go to Specs. We go to Total Wine. Total Wine doesn't carry it. Fucking losers.
Nowhere.
Love you, Stan. Love you, Kevin. Love you all you guys down there. But fucking losers don't carry fucking double barrel strength. So Specs carries it. So I went to one of their places.
Liquor King has it too.
Liquor King, Liquor Queen. So they didn't have it though. They had one bottle, and they did a massive search everywhere. We did a massive search everywhere. I did a massive search, and they were like, "Well, Houston has it." And I was like, "Fuck." And then I got my marching orders to go to Houston. I was like,
You went to Dr.
"Fantastic."
Acho.
Yeah. I went to Dr. H.O. Derecho.
And boom, you had a reason to go.
Oh my God! So
go
I was
look
like,
for
oh
it.
my God! So
Right.
I procured a total of 14 bottles.
That's amazing.
I did. I went
No,
down
but
there.
hold on. So somebody helped you do that? Like somebody?
No.
What are you saying? You drove all over Houston to a bunch of different alcohol stores asking for it?
I called.
You called around.
And you said,
Yeah.
I'll take all of them.
That's exactly what I said. I said, I'll take all of them. Would you like a credit card now? And they were like, just come and get them.
They're like,
fuck up, man.
These are getting
yeah,
dusty.
they're like, what's
no one's
wrong
buying
with
them.
you?
Yeah. I went up to one place and they said, we have 6. I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, well, there's 2 here. Where's the rest of them? And it was like, oh, I don't know. And I was really bummed out. And she was like, oh, look, there's a case up there. And I was like, so there was
Wow.
2 plus that case, which makes it 8. So I was like, I just picked up 8 fucking bottles.
Wow.
Did they look at you like, why is he
Well,
buying this shit?
she was kind of like, yeah, she kind of wondered why. And I explained to her after I had them in my possession. I was like, they discontinued them. And then she was like, clearly it says we have more. So there is more. So, but let me share with you, this is the way.
Maybe we're wrong.
No, we're not wrong. So they did discontinue, but here's what happens is that Specs, Total Wine, these distribution, these people buy a certain amount.
Yes.
And they allocated them. They said, all right, well, we've got 1,000 bottles that's set up for Specs. Just say Specs.
Sure.
Now. And they've got 1,000 bottles. It's sitting in a warehouse somewhere. And when the Specs runs out, they fill another order and they send it back out. So they have bottles sitting there in the warehouse to fill up Specs.
Right.
But the distiller themselves have discontinued it.
Right.
So-
Meaning at some point it's going to run out.
It's going to run out. So yeah, because they were kind of like, yeah,
Yeah, but they're already sending to retailers the 80 proof version. You would think they wouldn't do that until the other ones
so
are
I
done.
think that it got something to do with regional access.
Because you can't really find it up here. You can find it down there
Correct.
because they're out of the Houston area, right? Or San Antonio area.
San Antonio.
San Antonio and also Dallas. Actually, there's 6 bottles in Denton right now. That's crazy that I know that, but it's like they have 6 bottles, so we can drive to Denton and pick up 6. But I don't care anymore because we
You have
scored some.
14.
Well, technically, I gifted one because my buddy, he gifted me a bottle of Yellow Rose that tequila barrel bourbon that we had.
Yeah.
He bought me a bottle there. He was fucking above and beyond, man. I tell you what, well, so I got the whiskeys. I got them. We're gonna distribute it. Chuck, you got your 2. Paul, you got your 2.
I got
Jeff,
2.
you ordered 1.
Just one.
I ordered. I got them all, but I mean, I'm keeping 2, and I opened 1, so there's technically
No,
3.
open versus drank.
Yeah, I drank half a bottle.
Are you saying you downed the first bottle on the way back from Houston?
I drank half a bottle.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was like fucking 8 days, dude. Yeah, I drank half a bottle.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Was it amazing?
Yeah, it is amazing. And look, my double barrel Spanish oak is good. And look, and here's the thing. And I got kind of salty about this because I was talking to the guy at the Yellow Rose Distillery. Not Adam, it's the other guy. He's kind of douchey, but I talked about him before. But the thing about what the true essence of being an American bourbon is to be out of American white oak.
Right.
So it's kind of un-American to say, all right, well, I have a Spanish oak. It's like, okay, it is bourbon. It qualifies because it's oak. It doesn't need to be white. I'm sorry, it doesn't need to be American.
But it was started in a white oak barrel, finished in a Spanish oak barrel. It's double barreled.
It's
Correct.
double barreled.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. But the fact that even, let's just say it was Spanish oak, period. It's still oak. It still qualifies as
Yeah,
bourbon.
I was wrong about that. I think I was saying that it has to be in an American white oak barrel. It does not.
It does not.
As the original barrel that it goes
Yeah,
into.
because it could be French oak as well.
That's right. Or that Brazilian crazy barrel.
Amberana.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, no, it ended up being. I had to eat my words on
This
that
is
one.
terrible.
I just thought it was so weird and different. But then you were like, "Oh my god, this tastes like a cinnamon toast crunch." I was like,
it tastes like cinnamon crunch crunch.
I was like, "Oh, I like that. I like that."
You can pour it on your cereal. You should try that.
I should. I'll do that
That's odd.
tomorrow morning. Is that bad?
I'm gonna have a shot after work after we get done here.
If you can remember.
Yeah, that's the way I feel right now. So, anyways,
that was something I needed to do.
so I scored a bunch of Rebecca Creek double barrel Spanish oak. Fantastic. And Larry, you don't know this, but you probably will by the time you hear this podcast. But you've got a bottle for yourself. Scott's got some. Chuck's got some. We all have some.
Yeah, it's great.
So we'll have it. It's there, and if we find some more, we'll collect it. But it's that.
But everybody's tried it, right? It's not a matter of like, oh, this is really good. You got to try this. Oh, I'll buy a bottle. Was it like that? Have they all tried it before?
You mean them?
Yeah. Everybody that's got a bottle comes
Larry,
with
Larry has not.
Or you just kind of sell it up. They're like, all right, I'll take it.
And they're
Well,
like,
Chuck has had it, and Scott has had it. I don't think Larry has had it. But, look, it's a fantastic bottle to have.
it
You need
really
to have it
is.
in your collection.
It really
It's a
is.
shame that they're discontinuing it, but I get it. And it's like one of those things that just passes through. But, I'm excited to have it. And we have it. So the other part of that I found was just a regular double barrel oak.
You were all excited when you came over.
I was like, oh, fucking shit. But so, anyways, I'm going out with my
We've
friend.
had that for 3 years.
He's an engineer down in Houston, Texas. His name is Brian, and he had turned me on to.
Is he coming on the program?
he turned you on?
No, not sexually. Just kind of he's a great guy. He's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to certain things. So you can call him up. I can call him up with certain scenarios within my profession, and he's just a wealth of knowledge. He really is. I can call him, and not only can I get information from him to have conversations with other people based on what he said, but I also ask him to send me some verbiage. I need to include some language in my reporting to reflect this conversation, and he will send me a little narrative. He's a really smart guy.
So he uses ChatGPT?
No, he doesn't. He's just smart, man. He's an Asian dude, and he just knows his shit.
Cool.
He stays in the lane. He's a great guy. So he's appreciative of the work that I had given him in the past, and plus we're just good friends. I've never met the guy.
Oh, until this week.
I've never met him. I've done business with him for 6 years.
That's super
I
cool.
have conversations with him for hours, and we just shoot the shit, and we just have fun and talking. And I've never met the guy, and we meet him. We meet at the Yellow Rose Distillery, and we have a couple cocktails there. And he's kind of like, Sean, I have a special thing for us set up. At the the Taj. I was like, what? I heard him say something, and I assumed we were going to go eat sushi somewhere. But it turns out it was I was like, all right, well, fucking A. I'll
He's
take
like,
it.
I need you to take your clothes off now.
That's not happening, buddy. But he was referring to a Thai massage place.
Yes.
Right.
And so
Yes.
now my spidey sense is tingling. I was like, oh, I really would like a massage. Because he was like, he was telling me, what would I, because he was like, well, what would I get someone like me? And he was like, well, he's probably overworked right now. He's been in the field for X amount of days, and it's physically straining.
Yeah, he's tight.
Yeah, so he's like, what better thing to give him a massage?
Was
Yeah,
this
that's
was this
great.
a couples massage?
Oh, we were in the same room. Yeah.
It's a layered massage.
Were you
One
nude?
man on top of another, but they work on both at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we were in separate rooms. So I show up at this place.
Well, my wife and I
And,
did a couples room. We were in the same room together. when we
Well,
had
that's
this done.
different. That's
Yeah.
different.
She was full nude.
Full nude.
I was
You're on top of her. It's a layered massage.
thrusting. Yes.
Oh, good God.
Repulsating.
Really?
No.
You didn't have to
I
say.
was over there dying because my shoulders felt like they're getting ripped out of their sockets.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah. So no, I was in my underwear.
Oh,
But I didn't
you
want-
couldn't do it, huh? You
No,
couldn't go
I
full
didn't-
nude underneath
'cause
the sheet.
I didn't know what to expect, and I'm glad because boy, my taint was like right in the air in his face.
Well, they had the
There's a
sheet,
dude.
but they had the sheet
Hold
over
on.
you, right?
There was a dude rubbing you down?
Yeah, it was a guy.
Disqualified.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
A female was doing.
Yeah.
A female was massaging my wife, and a guy was doing my back.
That's not unusual.
And
It doesn't matter of that. I'm just saying, for me, I'd be like, pump the brakes.
Yeah.
well, you don't know because you go in there. At least when I did it, I'd laid face down first. It was dark in there for one thing.
Oh, hold on. Go,
Very dark.
go slow.
And you're laying down, and they come in, and my wife was over there next to me, just laying there, and
Slower.
they got the the music and the
And she's over there
aromatherapy.
moaning. I don't know why.
Yes. And then they start walking on your back,
Very beefy fingers.
and then they start walking on your back.
What the hell?
Was that your big toe?
See, I don't know. I couldn't do that.
No, he's exactly right. So they had the same thing. They had these two rails on the ceiling.
Yeah, they hold
And I
on
looked
to
up there, I was kind of like, all right, I was thinking, like there was like a little
like a pole dancing
I was
show.
like, oh. No, but it was great. I didn't have the dynamic that Jeff had, where he had his taint
They
just
didn't bend you
frolicking
all
in the air like
they
that,
didn't- they
but
didn't bend you all back like that.
they bent me in a couple different directions, but it was more left to right and right
they
to
bent,
left.
They bent
Hold on.
my legs over my. Tried to put my feet over my head.
So you're
Are you
saying
kidding me?
No, and I was like, I don't bend that way.
So you're saying if you didn't have your underwear on, you would have been butt ass naked,
Was my ass in the air?
fully visible, like not under a sheet or anything.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no, I'm not good with that.
So
Well, they have a sheet, but as soon as they start bending you, that sheet's gone.
Exactly.
no, I was fully under a sheet the entire time, and mind you, I was naked,
No.
100%.
Yeah, because that's
It was
okay.
very hard to hide my erection.
That's okay because you're pitching a tent.
No, that was.
But
you know,
there's-
I've had several. I have several erections. No, I've had several massages. I've never like these guys are like they get turned on. It's like I've never been able to get turned on because I actually tried to a couple times. It's like
They're like, sir, can you please stop rubbing yourself?
I was kind of like, dude, my dick is so small. Can I please get some sort of chubness to make me not look? You know
Wow. Thanks for sharing. That's,
what? I don't understand.
Yeah, great.
Well, I was faking.
It was acorning.
Acorn.
Yes.
No, but the point is it was a wonderful experience. They didn't contort me like you got
Oh, they
contorted.
did.
Yeah,
they
that
did
sounds like.
not.
I mean, that you did not have an enjoyable experience. It hurt.
The back was good when they were massaging the back and the legs, but as soon as they started the shoulders, because I have bad shoulders for one thing.
See, they
And-
probably didn't know that you had an injury.
Well, no, I almost told them to stop. It got to the point where I was like, "All right, you need to stop," but they stopped naturally, and then they moved to the
They
legs.
heard the cracking.
And I
Yeah, no shit.
probably because
We just
I may have
broke
been
his fucking
grunting.
arm.
Yeah, you were
I
like,
don't know. But then they moved to the hips,
they didn't fart on him.
and then
Oh,
the
that
legs
was me.
start going over your head
Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
crazy.
And I'm just like,
So the
no.
massage I got was half Swedish massage.
But maybe that's
half
why.
Thai.
Maybe that's why because they don't have time to do all the contortions.
So my
God.
I think I'm so happy I did
Oh,
that
yeah,
because
no
I had a
shit.
choice because there's a little thing I was checking boxes. Well, what do you want? You want this? You want that? And I was like, I have no fucking idea.
It was like select your pain level, 1
Yeah.
to 10.
Well, I mean, look,
if I didn't have bad shoulders, it may have been fine. But
like I
it was not
thoroughly
good for
enjoyed
me.
it. It wasn't like I mean, they did contort me a little bit, and there was some part of us kind of like, all right, this is a little over the top, but it still does feel good. And you know, at the end of it, an hour and a half like flew by.
it does.
I just want a normal. It's been so long since I've had a massage, but I just want a normal one where they rub you, and I don't want like my legs bent over my
Oh.
head, and I don't want weird shit going on. I don't want people trampling on
But
me from the ceiling.
I
They're
will
not
tell
jumping
you.
on you. It actually feels good.
I will tell you that
fuck?
there's a small part of me that had some concerns.
Okay.
So first of all, I'm at a massage place. I didn't vet them. I have no idea.
Oh, right. You weren't sure if
This
your
is a happy ending.
yeah
type
you
of
weren't
place.
yeah, you weren't sure if your buddy was like
hooking me up. And I was
right
like,
hooking you up.
and
Perfect.
so I'm kind of like, and I was like, kind of like sheepish. I was kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen here. And then when she climbs up,
so you
on
weren't really relaxing because you were thinking at any moment
I was a little
the sheet
tense.
gets ripped off of you and all of a sudden weird shit starts happening.
Yeah, that. But so let me walk you through this. So I'm laying on my face, with my butt in the air. I'm fully covered, and I feel her climb up on the bed.
Oh boy.
And look, I've had a couple massages. I'm not a massage expert by any means. When I say a couple, literally like 2 or
And
3
you hear
in my
like a
entire
click.
life.
You're like,
Click.
this is not normal.
Yeah, so I see, because I haven't ever had a Thai one. I just have a regular one, and this one, she literally stood on my body. She was standing
Correct.
on my calves.
Yep.
She was standing on my thighs,
Oh, wow.
my butt, my lower back. She went all the way on everything.
And they're digging
Oh yeah,
with their heels and their toes and shit.
and she was it was so awesome. And but again, let's get back up to, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
I don't know what level is this guy thinking I'm like that, and I'm gonna get a reach. I have no idea what's going on. So, but she climbs up on the bed. She's between my legs because my legs are apart. So her knees or her legs are between me, and I'm like, okay,
Oh boy.
this is.
And you're hearing a strap on being clicked on. Click, click.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
well, what are you putting on? What are you doing back there?
I'm numbing your anus right now. So,
Put the little lidocaine on
that
there.
is a little. That's way too large for me. all of a sudden my Spanish starts coming out. Tu buku, you know.
Oh, shit. Oh, that'd be a nightmare. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. No, your friend paid for that.
No. Free. No.
He says
So-
you like big one.
No. It's black. No. So look, the whole experience, even though I was a little sheepish, the whole experience was fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I was done with mine, I felt great.
Yeah.
It was the process that
Yeah.
I did not care for.
And she washed me.
Ooh.
Like
So,
the balls.
Well, tell that story slowly.
okay. So when
No, slow down.
So
she
they
lifted
would-
everything.
they would
Ease
yes,
into
they
this
did.
story. Ease
So what
into
they
it.
did is they would work on you. So you're on your back, and then you're on your front. But on your back, they do quarters. So they do work with one leg.
Right.
They lift the sheet up and you expose that area, and she gets a little pump action. Pumps a little oil on there. She gives you a good rub down, right?
Yep.
And then when she's done rubbing you down, she comes back with a hot towel
Oh.
and cleans off the effluent or the excess that's on your leg
Mhm.
and the effluent excess, and just kind of wipes it all off. It gets between the toes and everything. I was kind of like, this is very thorough. And then she goes to the next leg and does that. And she goes to your back and then does the same thing, rubs you down and then wipes it all off.
Yep.
And then the
Then
shoulders.
she goes, "How long have you last showered?"
You hairy.
Yeah, lots
You
of
hairy.
lots of stuff between toes.
Little fungi. Yeah, I like to like
That
make my own
part. That
pizza.
part of the massage was beautiful. It was great. It was
Yeah.
the contortions that got me.
Oh yeah, no, that's too much.
She did contort me, and then when I say from far left to right, from right to left, that was a little over the top because I was kind of like,
I was
really?
afraid I was going to fart all over because they're.
Oh, I was
they're-
trying to.
Ooh. Oh yeah, because they're pushing your legs down.
Yeah, just like
and
pushing it back, and it's like I'm going to fart right in your face.
that's like when you're in PE and you have partners and you're doing sit-ups
Yes.
and you
Oh.
fart right in the other person's face
Oh,
that's
I've
holding
totally
your hands
done
down.
that. I've
Yes.
totally done
Well,
that.
you did on purpose.
Not well.
You could have held
that's,
it.
That's probably true too, but I really don't recall. But I do recall farting, and it was a little excessive. So yes, now that I think about it, I recall because the first one was like a little, sorry, and then the second one was like,
Right.
Little shit.
And then
bubbled
Sean's
out.
partner has to go to the nurse.
Yes.
"What's in your eye?" He shit in my eye.
I've got fecal matter. I got
Yeah.
E. coli now.
I can't get it out of my mouth.
And back then they didn't have wet wipes, so it was just atrocious.
They hadn't invented wet wipes yet.
They just had
like,
alcohol
sorry.
swabs.
Yeah, the ibuprofen alcohol swab on his face, freaking shrapnel.
Just get it out of my mouth.
Here, floss.
That's just wretched.
It's awful.
So, anyways, I get the bottles of Rebecca Creek, and I pack up and I head back. I'll tell you what, it was a jam-packed thing. So, my job for some of those dudes like us out that listen to this podcast is I'm a independent adjuster, and I assess damages for commercial buildings. I work for a specific company, which I won't name, but I show up on catastrophe sites and I assess damages. So, but the problem is that it was raining for the entire time I was there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I can't legally, from
You can't-
OSHA
You can't
standards,
get on roofs when
I
it's
can't.
raining.
I did get on some roofs, but it was kind of like these little windows of opportunity that happened. But technically, if I were playing by OSHA standards,
Oh, yeah,
I'd
dangerous.
probably get in trouble because. But I was like, "Fuck it, man! I'm gonna man up and get this shit done."
Almost said you had to take the vaccine.
OSHA,
They're trying.
Good Lord.
Well, otherwise you'd have to go back. Okay, you're recognizing that if you don't get this shit done while you're down there, you're
gonna
gonna have to
take
go back
longer.
down there again.
Or stay.
Or stay,
That
right.
wasn't going to happen. But you know what? Look, I did my job, and I assessed the damages. I looked at everything, but it was just funny. I showed up and I had to buy. And the guy was laughing at me, man. I was like, "Look, man, I'm on my way there. It's fucking pouring down rain. I need to swing by Home Depot and I need to pick up a rain suit." And he was just laughing.
We saw a
at me.
picture of it.
Yeah, I sent you a picture.
No, you sent it to Tara.
She forwarded it.
She showed everybody.
She showed, yeah, that was
You're
sad.
giving her the bird.
Yeah,
It was not.
unfortunately,
It was not a good look.
I took like 3 or 4 pictures of that, and I forgot because I had sent that file through a cloud system to several engineers to provide fee budgets, and I forgot that I had taken that picture in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
And in fact, Brian
Oh,
was like,
no.
Brian was kind of like, "Yeah, I noticed your picture in the bathroom with you giving yourself the bird. That was so funny."
Oh,
And I'm like,
no.
"Holy shit! I sent that to 3 different firms."
Yeah, that's total professionalism right there.
Dope. Oh, man, whatever.
Sean.
Whatever, man. I'm Sean, motherfucker. I was going to
Ooh,
almost
you
said it.
almost-
Yeah, I
Dude,
did.
did you have any good meals down there?
So every morning I woke up and had I had the breakfast, and it's all rinse repeat.
Some nice sausage patties, some fake
yeah,
eggs,
something like that. Fake eggs and whatever.
Oh,
and
just shitty hotel stuff, like
yeah.
the
I mean, look, actually, so I've
powdered eggs.
look. This was it was a little bit upper tier from the normal shitty hotel food.
Oh, good.
So they had a couple extra layers of stuff. And I made a mistake one day where I ended up eating. I'm trying to think. What is that? Is it chorizo?
Chorizo.
So they had
Chorizo.
one of the parts. So they had the eggs every morning. They had bacon, sausage, eggs, and then they would have like a little taco bar. Sometimes it'd be like pulled chicken, and sometimes it'd be chorizo.
Sounds great. Actually,
Oh, it was actually really good.
yeah.
And but I ate like chorizo, and I put like a big old spoon on my plate because I'm trying not to eat any carbs.
You never know chorizo. You never know how spicy it can be.
Well, the spiciness wasn't the problem because I added extra spice to it anyways.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is I became thermonuclear about 3 hours later.
Oh.
Yeah, my asshole smelled like burnt plastic.
Oh.
Yeah, remember the styrofoam we were burning?
Oh, yes.
Way worse. Yeah.
That can't be healthy.
Oh, it can't be. So I was kind of like,
Were
seriously?
you around people? Were you just like, that was bad?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Well, they
I know
had
you
to sell.
did.
They probably had to sell the rental car.
yeah. Well, I still have it. I got to drop it off tomorrow.
Oh, God.
I have to have it detailed
It's
before I return it.
Yeah, permanently stained.
Did you smoke in this? No.
No, my asshole exploded in it.
Yeah, those are burn marks. Those are real.
You just spray a little Febreze in there or something.
Yeah.
A lot.
On the way back, I swung by College Station. I visited my son Preston and
Cool.
his beautiful girlfriend Kara. Probably doesn't appreciate me saying that, but I'll get over it. So I visited them. We went out to Cracker Barrel and had a little lunch. Took him shopping, picked up some groceries, and dropped him back off. And so he moved out of that apartment and moved into a house with her and another roommate. And she's got 3 dogs. And these the dogs were like your German Shepherd. One
So
of them
big.
One of them was a German Shepherd, long-haired German Shepherd, and this dog looked like a fucking wolf. It was very angry and intimidating look.
Oh, damn.
And the other one, there was it was a German Shepherd technically, I think, but it was kind of a collie style German Shepherd, and it was sweet. And the other one, I don't even know what it was, like a
mutt.
something.
Why did she have 3 dogs?
Whatever.
That's kind of unusual for a college, a female college, any college student to have 3 dogs.
I got nothing. I don't know. It's
That's
none of my
a
business.
pretty big expense.
Well,
Especially
and
if they're big
it's-
dogs.
and it's so limiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, even one dog is limiting, but
Right.
3 of them, shit,
Yeah,
man.
and they're both big dogs, and they're intimidating. I mean, when I got there, I was kind of like, "Are these fuckers going to eat me?" You know, because I showed up there last time I was up, and or when I went down, and I went there, and the dogs were outside, and they're like at the door, and I was like, "God damn!"
Yeah, they sound
I
ferocious.
was like, "Are they going to bite me?" And they were like, "You know." And
They did not give you an affirmative no?
yeah, and I was like,
Oh, that's always reassuring.
nice. Okay, so
Yeah, just keep your hands in the air.
yeah, so
Keep your face up
so
high.
when I
Right?
came back, I was kind of like, look, I gotta bond with these dogs. I'm not gonna not bond with these dogs. So she's like, okay, and so I got there. I was at the kitchen island. I put my hands on the island, and then she let the dogs in. She stood next to me, and Preston was on the other side, and. You know, they came up, they kind of barked for a little bit, they calmed down, and, you know, one of them was already super friendly. And the other one was kind of a little timid, and it came up to me, and, you know, within seconds, it kind of like I said, because I had my Crocs on, and my dog Bronco, he's infused his smell in my Crocs. So they smelt that. I was like, oh, this smells kind of cool. But the dog that was Demon Dog,
The wolf dog.
yeah, the name, it was called Whiskey. And the dog is sweet, but oh my God, you know how those dogs are.
Oh, yeah. It was like,
I had one.
give me one good reason not
Yeah.
to kill you.
Oh my God, it was. I could hear it. He was singing that song, and it was like, "Give me one reason to
So,
lay here.
they'll sit in the, sit in
I'll
the
rip your
corner.
ass apart."
They're going to be sitting in the corner, but they're always looking.
Oh, they're like, make one move, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'll
I just
tear
dare
you
I
apart.
dare you. I will penetrate you.
Uh,
with everything. The dogs turned out to be pretty sweet. By the time I left there, they were just like all
Humping you?
Yeah. Well, there's no humping going on.
Was it a naked fest?
I was fully clothed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that's how
Pink
you
rocket.
bond. I thought that's how you bond with your animals.
That's only with peanut butter.
Oh, great!
Yes. Well, I have this
why did
clip of that I
ask?
could play where you say,
Yeah.
put it on your butthole.
Yeah,
that's-
that was disturbing, and
They're like-
I
they're-
regret that instantly.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, yeah, I need you to be careful around." No. I got this. You have peanut butter,
Yeah, smooth. Yeah, I prefer smooth.
Not chunky.
and you might not want to be in the room when you see this. So,
Oh, the president, help me
step
put it on.
outside and I'll bond with your dog. Really?
Jesus.
That's
So-
awful.
Anyways, that was the experience down there. I came back with a bunch of bottles of Rebecca Creek, so it was a huge score. And I just took pull off this, my first pull.
What do you think?
It's good.
We'll talk. We want to talk about it now.
Yeah, let's do it. We're kind of chatting about it already. This is the Rebecca Creek double barrel.
So,
But not
when,
Spanish oak.
when I was down at the when I was down there and I was shopping for the double barrel Rebecca Creek, the double barrel Spanish oak, they were like, "Oh, but we have some of this double barrel," I
And
was
you were like, "Oh my god, that's got to be a unicorn
"Well, at first
too."
I was like, bitch, please," and I looked over there, I was like, "Oh, this is 115 proof." So I
And he was like, "I'll take 4 cases."
I was like, "Well, how much is it?" She was like, "It's like $60," and I was like, "Oh, it's the same price." I was like, "I'll tell you what, I don't know if we have this, but I'm gonna get it because if we don't have it, then I'm gonna include it in the collection, and if we do have it, then I'll just keep it in my collection." And I just took a taste of it, and my first taste. I'm gonna take another one. Hold on.
It's good.
I think it's all right.
Yeah, I have no complaints about this at all. What's the proof on this?
115. Oh, is it?
Oh.
Oh, yours is 111. Mine is 115.
Big discrepancy here, guys. You got it.
Well, the one the one that we bought for the podcast is 111. The one I brought back from Houston is 115. But
I think it's good. Solid.
yeah, it's good. It's
It's not amazing.
It's missing. It's comparing to the Spanish barrel double oak, the Spanish barrel. It's got a little bit more spice going on.
I was going to say it could probably pop with more flavor.
I think
be a little richer, maybe.
I
taste
think
raisins.
I think it finishes really fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got. I taste the raisins. I taste grapes in there. You know that.
I taste the sweetness on the finish. Like 20 seconds after, you can kind of taste the raisins is a really good one on the finish. Like wait, but it disappears really quick.
Yeah, it doesn't pop with flavor.
It's got some pepper.
It doesn't.
It's got some white pepper. You know, it's got that
I think
white
it's
pepper
solid.
taste.
So to me, if it doesn't pop with flavor and it doesn't have super richness, it can't be in the 7s for sure. So I would put this probably a 6.6.
I'll put it at 6.9.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
6, 7.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good.
It's good. It's solid.
Definitely part of the collection. Well, now we don't have it, but
That's right. We infinity bottled it.
We did infinity bottle that.
I dumped in 6 ounces into the infinity bottle. So
We
look,
could have done 3 more ounces or 2 more ounces each. What the?
well, I mean, I have another bottle. So here's the thing. I can keep the bottle in my collection, and you guys can fuck off, or you guys can give me $20 a piece, and I can bring it over here.
Mm.
I think it's readily available, right?
I don't know,
I don't know. We'll discuss.
Yeah.
bitch. It's $20.
Well, let me bring up my Brazilian Amamanamanip wood. I paid for that. Are we putting that in the collection?
Well, if you bring it, yes.
Oh, we're splitting hairs now. Ooh.
Well, yeah,
I wasn't.
and I got the sweet
I know,
heat.
I'm giving you fuck. I'm shitting. I mean, I'm.
So we all have
Jesus
3.
Christ, you're giving me fucks and you're shitting.
Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
that what you just said?
I don't know what I'm saying right now.
Fucking meltdown. All right, so look, I'm gonna change gears here because you had mentioned something that was rather disturbing. Something about the Taylor Swift stabbing.
Oh,
what
yeah.
was that all about?
Well, it doesn't
Awful.
really involve Taylor Swift. It was a
No,
themed
no.
party, though, right?
Yeah, so it was some dance party in Great Britain or England or London, I don't know, and it was like a dance team, maybe like a dance. What do you call those? A dance venue, like where girls learn to dance and stuff. And so they were having a party. It was a Taylor Swift themed party, and some psycho walked into. Yeah, it's a dance themed yoga class, and a psycho walked in and attacked them with a knife.
Police say the girls range in
Unbelievable.
age from 6 to 9. The brutal attack happened on Monday. 5 other children and 2 adults were also hurt in the attack and are in critical condition. Police say they have arrested a 17-year-old suspect.
Oh, 17.
Taylor Swift says she is completely in shock over what happened. She wrote on Instagram, the horror of the attack in Southport is washing over her continuously.
Southport.
She says she's at a complete loss for how to ever convey her sympathies to these families.
Not a fan of this.
But
I acknowledge.
But I will tell you.
Tonight we are learning more about the.
But I will tell you, she loves her fans.
Oh, yeah, she does.
She's going to 100% take care of those families. Totally take care of those families.
Oh, yeah.
I can promise you. And she's going to visit them in the hospital, and she's going to, make sure they're set for life in terms of money, and because she's awesome that way. She is. She really is.
It's too bad she's a Democrat.
White woman for Kamala.
Honestly, I don't think she knows better. I know that's insulting, right? It's insulting
It's
for
not
us.
insulting.
It's insulting
real.
for us to say that somebody who likes Kamala Harris or is a Democrat is, misinformed and stupid and doesn't know better. It is insulting, right?
It's insulting for me to say that. And I feel bad for those Democrats, those blue dog Democrats, that simply all they want in life is to provide for our community, because that's really the spirit of being a Democrat, is that some of our taxes goes towards going back into the community. And Republicans are kind of trying to strip away all of our the money that we're passing out to all these frivolous entities that distribute money in weird ways that we're like, come on, man. The spirit of being a Democrat is good. I mean, wanting to help people.
Yeah, they want what's better for the country, right?
It is, but it's like they take it too far. They've taken it too far. They're the philanthropy. It's one thing when, like Taylor Swift, for example, it's one thing for Taylor Swift or Donald Trump, that has a lot of money, and they're kind of like, I want to help these people out, and I'm going to do it. But when it's not your fucking money, and it's my money, it's your money.
They want to tell you how to spend your money.
Government money.
Don't fucking go around giving my money away. I mean, I want to be
for programs that don't work.
In charge of where my money's going,
right?
And I don't mind spending. If you say, "Hey, look, we got 100% of our taxes are here, and you're going to spend 2% here, 5% there, whatever." And if you want to allocate, 10% to some weird area, I'm like, all right, 10%, I can handle that. But when you start like, hey, well, we're going to send $120 billion to fucking Ukraine,
right?
And you don't have an inventory or an assessment of where that money went to.
Yeah, no oversight.
What the hell, man?
Dude, a perfect example of that is, they believe that the government should solve all these problems, right? Well, correct. California tried to solve their homeless problem, and they dedicated $28 billion to it.
It's gone.
And it's gone, and it didn't solve the problem, and they don't know where the money went. I mean, that
their homeless problem is worse.
It's worse. And it's the classic example of
stupidity,
of the government throwing money at something, and there's so many layers of corruption, so many layers of inefficiency that's not the answer.
Well, it's also the virtuing of the Democrats, where they have these grand ideas, but they can't get past the idea part and the ramifications or the outcomes of those decisions.
The unintended consequences of legislation.
Yeah, they don't think down the road and go, if I do this, it's going to impact this, and this.
Right.
Well, they say it doesn't matter because we're going to be in charge the next 4 years, and we'll just find it. We'll just find that money somewhere. We'll cover that up. Not cover it up, but we'll find a way to rationalize it.
California is like $50 billion in debt.
Yeah, probably more.
Probably more. I mean, another example, right? So California was like, our prisons are getting overcrowded, right? And they looked at, what are people getting jailed for? Oh, well, because of shoplifting. Oh, but they're shoplifting like $600 or $800. And they're like, well, shit, we wouldn't have this many people in jails if
we're spending $5,000 a month on that prisoner.
Right.
Fuck it. Just let them go.
No. Well, they say, tell you what, let's not jail them if they steal less than 1,000. Right? And so they're like, because it doesn't make sense to have them in jail when we're spending all that money, and so they say, if you do anything less than 1,000, we won't arrest you. Then look what fucking happens.
Chaos.
All these people are going around stealing less than 1,000.
They still need
and
to be,
companies go under and leave.
They still need to, there needs to be consequences for it. And that's probably the problem.
But they're letting them out with no consequences.
If they want to steal
this whole no bail consequence, when you just go in and basically you turn around, you walk back out.
Right. And they go steal $999 more worth of stuff.
Correct.
And then all these companies are like, we're not going to do business here anymore. So they're leaving California in droves. And people are shocked. Why? Why?
Oakland's really bad.
That's where we talked about this as a solution. Is if
Yes.
you have like a candy bar and the candy bar costs $1, on now it costs $1,000. It costs you add $1,000 to whatever the cost is, and that way it's $1,001. That way it's over the limit, and when you get to the cash register to pay it, they give you a coupon.
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, but you see what's happening. It's unintended consequences.
Correct. They don't think past their own nose.
Well, and they don't factor in human nature.
Right.
Human nature is to exploit, to take advantage of, to be a mooch, to be irresponsible. Human nature sucks.
Well, it's just like, we talked about it before.
does.
The push of the green agenda in California, where they were pushing all these people to electric car.
The Green New Deal.
Well, a lot of people are getting these electric vehicles. Now their gas tax has plummeted.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, keep going.
And
Yeah, so people are not buying gas,
they're not buying
which means
gas,
they're not making the money they made before. So keep going.
and they're not going to be able to repair their roads. So now there's a shortfall.
Right.
Yeah. So there
Major.
was a 38% tax put on every single gallon of gas that you buy. There's 38% of that goes. Well, in
That's
Texas,
huge.
it goes back into the
Yeah.
road
Bigger
system.
in California.
So what California has done is that they're actually starting to tax the cars now.
Correct.
So now they started adding up how much now it's less expensive to get a gas car than for electric.
Yeah. So what did they do?
As far as the expense
so
of
they're
the
charging
energy.
EV.
Well, I heard that. This is what on the radio they said they're doing a pilot program to start charging by the mile,
Just for EVs?
just for EVs. So EV owners, they're picked 1,000 EV owners, something like that. And they're piloting this and says, okay, you drive. It was a ridiculous amount.
Who would sign up for a program to get charged for this?
I don't know.
Or they pick like jury duty?
It could be you're in this pilot program.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know how you pick
I'd
it.
be so pissed.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But they're going to roll this out, and all these electric vehicles are going to be like, fuck, this just got really expensive.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. This is kind of a left turn. So Shelly and I have been talking about what do we want to do for our next big vacation?
Run an EV and see how far you can go.
No, because you won't get very far. No, but really, we want to. And so one thing we always do cruises. We always go to Mexico, or but we have actually not explored the United States like at all. So I have two questions. If we're going to plan like a big, nobody can do 2-week vacations anymore. But if we were to do a 2-week vacation where we were going to drive around America.
You need more than 2 weeks.
Well, okay, I was going to ask you. So my first question is, what is the best way to enjoy America's national parks? Like, is it, just example, do you rent an RV, or do you just fly to each one, or do you do ones that are clustered close
I
together?
don't think,
and then the second question is, what are the ones we should hit?
I'd hit the ones. I wouldn't go out east. I would break it down and say we're doing
a regional area.
Regional, because it's going to take you an extremely long time to drive somewhere.
So my wife has an uncle, an aunt, Aunt Judy. Hey, shout out to Aunt Judy. She has an RV, and she just completed a 50-state excursion.
Shit. Good for her.
Yeah, well, maybe not 50. I don't think she went to Alaska.
She did it in 1 week.
Or Hawaii, because that's kind of hard to drive there.
In 1 week.
Puerto Rico.
No, it took months.
Yes,
of
It
course.
took months and months.
Of course,
but it was something that they wanted to do, and she and her girlfriend hopped in this little RV, and it wasn't a huge RV camper, but it was big enough for 2 people, and
Sure.
they can do whatever they want in there. And they hit all the states. So they basically traveled all through Florida, because she's from Florida. So they traveled zigzagging all up and down, and then
that'd be awesome.
And they had a great time, and they've got a little map, and they've got these stickers of all the different places they go. I think it's cool. So to answer your question, in my opinion, I think the only way you can search or travel these places is to do an RV. Like Jeff said,
but we're not retired.
Okay, but look, this has multi legs to this adventure. Because
you do sections at a time. You can't do.
You can't.
So you have to pick an area.
Yeah.
Now, do you fly there and then you?
That's just it. If you have most of us don't have the money to drop $120,000 on an RV,
right?
So there's one.
Well, they
two
have way cheaper ones, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but you want to be comfortable, and that's. They do have, but number one, you get an RV regardless of the cost. So there's cost getting that, and then it's like the travel time to get there could take 4 days.
Yeah.
So there's that, and and then you got
4 days back,
and 4 days back.
There's
so there's a
8 days
week,
right there.
a week and a half, and then you want to spend some time there. You want to spend an extended time, like a week, because you not only want to get there. It's not just getting there. I mean, part of the vacation is getting there. Okay, it's an experience of spending time with your family.
Yeah, it's a road trip, and you're stopping in different places.
Yes, you get to hit all the different Buc-ee's heading there and just kind of compare them, whatever, little Pokemon stops, whatever you got going on.
Stop at every Buc-ee's.
Whatever.
No demand.
But look, so to answer the question, if you're going to be going to these national parks, my recommendation would be to fly there, or just, it would be to fly there and try to spend most of your time there, because you want to experience everything. So you want to yield the most amount of time at that park.
Right. And then you ideally you would find a cluster of them that would be within driving distance of each other.
That's hard. There are some, but there are many. Like Yellowstone is way up there in the Montana, Utah, wherever the hell that is, way up north, right?
So are you saying you spend a week, you pick one and you spend a week there? Is that what people do?
Camp, yeah.
I tell you what.
All right, so I procured. I've got a list here. So we're going to start. It's 1 through 16. So we're going to start.
These are the best U.S. national
travel,
parks.
The USA, USnews.com, national parks in the USA, the best national parks. So this is it's a random list from 16. So, but they're in order. And so the number 16 is the Rocky Mountain National Park.
That's very generic. Where is that?
Yeah, that's okay. It says it's 70 miles northwest of Denver.
So, although at roughly 265,000 acres, the Rocky Mountain National Park isn't the country's largest national park, nor is it the most frequented, with about 4 million annual visitors.
I think it's annual.
Okay. But there are definitely mountain national parks more than 12 million visitors. Hold on, I'm sorry. But there's something definitely magical about the place, the national park, which rises about 14,259 feet into the Colorado sky.
Ooh.
At the highest point.
I don't think you would do well, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff is
I don't think you would do well either.
Yeah.
You ever been to 14,000 feet?
Yeah.
I have too. Sucks.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
But
I strive.
I'm very hardy, though.
Yeah. Very hardy.
I'm very durable and hardy.
This is weird. So the Colorado sky, the highest point, Long's Peak is the highest part. That's 14,259. The main attraction, hiking, park, whatever. So Rocky Mountain is exactly, imagine that. Rocky Mountain. You're in Colorado, you're in the fucking high mountains,
so it's going to be beautiful mountains. It's going to be, beautiful everything, right? Okay. All right. That's fair enough. All right. That's number 16. Number 15.
Yeah. We're back into the mountains against the Mount Rainier National Park.
That's in Washington, right?
That is in the Cascade Range, which I believe is in Washington State, right?
Washington State, yes.
Paradise, which is located...
No, that's number 1. Oh, that's one of the mountains within the Mount Rainier National Park.
The 6 best... It says the 6 best things to do while you're in the Mount Rainier National Park.
Correct.
So the 14,410 foot tall active volcanoes, for which the park is named in truly an amazing sight. Whether you're coming to tackle the mountain on challenging hiking, or eager to see the Paradise Wildflower Mountain meadows, or driving to the sunrise, the highest point.
So that's cool. In other words, if you wanted to go to Washington State and go to Mount Rainier Park, there's enough shit to do there to keep you busy for a week.
Oh shit.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh shit! We just lost the whole list.
Yeah, well, we're back. So, in other words, you're right. So the
all right. So go back, back.
So Mount Rainier,
back one more.
Okay. So Mount Rainier, the 14,410 foot tall Mount Rainier is the highest peak in the Cascade Range and the tallest volcano in the contiguous United States. So, anyways, another mountainous one. Then we got another rocky.
No, you're already
going in the wrong direction. All right, number 14.
Well, Hawaii's not on the list, I don't think. For this exercise.
Hawaii Volcanoes National Park.
Hawaii's amazing, but that's not affordable for most people. Let's skip to 13.
The Olympic National Park.
That's in Washington, Oregon as well, right?
Is it?
Yes.
Pacific Northwest. Yep. Coastline.
Then you have the Sequoia National Park.
Is that number 12?
12, yeah.
All right, scroll down. Sequoia National Park. Okay, so that's if whoever's listening, if you have not seen a sequoia, those big ass,
it's impressive,
freaking amazing trees, you have to do it before you die.
So where is this?
It's got to be a bucket list item.
It's in Northern California, I believe.
So I will tell you that when we went down to Lake Tahoe, I recall us. Those weren't sequoia trees, but they look very similar to the picture that shows here. We had set up a hammock, and I was looking straight up because I took some pictures of me in the hammock looking straight up at those trees, and it looked just like that.
Yeah,
and it was beautiful.
But were they like 8 feet around?
Are those?
Yes, they're ginormous.
Yeah, sequoias are more bigger than what
they're ridiculous.
We had.
Yeah, they're 275 feet tall.
36 foot in diameter.
Yes, it's amazing.
So that is amazing. First of all,
that's
ridiculous.
That has to be on everybody's bucket list to see a sequoia. All right, number 11.
I want to fucking dive into that, man. I would love to see that. So I wonder if
go to Muir Woods.
What if they have any like petrified sequoia trees out there? I mean, look, one of the things that I watch a lot of these tech tracking YouTube videos where these guys travel and in the middle of the desert, and they find these mountainous regions, and they've got these structures that look like trees. Everyone knows what a tree looks like. Cut the stump off, cut the tree down, and you just have a stump sitting there, right?
Sure.
Well, I mean, you've got this traditional look where you've got these roots coming down, where they've got these mountainous regions where you have plateaus, and it looks just like a tree trunk.
You mean like the rock formation looks like
Correct.
a tree?
It's petrified. So the question is, was it a tree? Because if it's a tree,
like Devil's Tower.
I don't know what that is, but yes, I think so. But the point
Devil's Tower is what's in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
And it kind of looks tree-like.
What they're saying
and
is
he makes
that
it out of mashed potatoes.
The tree is like 2 miles in diameter. So
those aren't trees. I've read books with those in there. They're called something.
Yeah, but they know. Have their own. They can tell what a petrified tree is. I mean, there's no mystery.
But it looks like a tree.
Of course,
like
yeah.
A tree.
Well, yeah, because
they have their own. They have their own environment on there. It's like you'll find animals up there that you can't find anywhere else,
right?
Because they're stuck up there.
Yeah, and the striations in the rock is created by weathering, right?
Yes, I think one place I'd like to go see is Pando. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Have you heard of
that's not on the list.
Have you ever heard of aspen trees?
Yes,
the aspen tree.
Of course.
Well, Pando is the largest living organism in the world. Pando. Look up Pando. It is.
You know that aspen trees are what completely surrounds the cabin that we went to in Colorado.
Yes. Well,
okay.
Well, Pando, that's all one organism.
Oh, nice. All literally from the same root structure.
It is one huge underground root system.
The world's largest tree.
It's almost like a tree virus.
Quaking aspen tree.
Yeah.
Located in the Sevier County in Utah. There's a male clonal organism. Pando is estimated to be 47,000 stems.
That's trees.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. 106 acres. A single root system.
Yep.
So it's sort of like it's just one large. It's like a patch of grass, but they're trees.
But they're trees.
That's awesome.
106 acres, 13 million pounds or tons.
So that's part of the Fish Lake National Forest.
I'd like to
Utah.
go see that because I think aspen trees are beautiful for one thing.
Yeah, they are. So it looks like an aspen tree. It has the same.
Look at the picture.
Oh yeah,
there it is, right there. Right.
Nice.
That's all the same plant.
All the same. Yep, the same tree.
It's crazy to me.
That is crazy.
It could be considered like a virus.
That's what I just said, a tree virus. All right, go back to the list. We got number 10. Number 11. Arches.
Right.
Arches National, that's Utah. Arches National Park.
Yeah, there's a lot in the Utah, California. There's a lot in that area that you can go to.
You know who would be a good proponent to talk about some of these areas is Larry. Larry, you guys met Larry.
Oh yeah.
Larry, he frequents Colorado anally. And
Anally.
and he actually
Good for him.
He doesn't go very far from your cabin. Actually.
Oh, okay.
In fact, he goes higher up in the mountains.
Yeah.
And it's one of the anal trips he takes with his kids. He loves it. I mean,
I don't think anybody should take anal trips with their kids.
yeah. The Redwood National
Number
and
10.
State Parks. Number 10.
Redwood National and State Parks.
Yeah,
All right,
I've
so
been
this is
there.
California.
As the name suggests, Redwood National and State Parks are best known for the sky-high redwood trees, which typically soar more than 300 feet tall.
Amazing.
Yeah, I've been there.
So it says the Pacific Coast shoreline. So is that California and Oregon and Washington?
yeah, well, the Muir Woods is just north of San Francisco.
They got like elk and sea lions and various species of birds.
Elk.
Elk. Oh, well. You know, I'm glad you guys are asking about elk because I'm an elk hunter,
Go on.
and I have killed exactly 0.
Yeah, but you were in the area where
And I did see one, so I know it's actually an
and it
animal.
was dead.
And you saw their shit.
No.
You've
No,
seen
no.
their shit, haven't you?
There's
scat.
There's scat.
Skeet.
Oh my God. Number 9.
I'm going to start calling my shit scat. I just scatted.
What do you need?
Scat.
Oh, I need to scat.
I scattered earlier in the podcast in the green room.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. And the scat ran down your leg.
No.
Number 9, Bryce Canyon National Park.
Hoodoos are odd-shaped pillars of rock.
Where is this?
Out west, I believe.
Well, yeah, for sure.
It's a-
Out west.
Well, southern Utah.
Is it?
36,000-acre park offers
Southern
an
Utah.
array of hiking opportunities.
So you're right. Maybe Utah is like the clustered place where you go to like spend a week.
Yeah, that's where Moab is as well.
Oh, he just probably busted the. He got early on the list.
Because when
Oh, that's beautiful.
when
We're
we-
looking at pictures of what is this one? I forgot it already.
Bryce Canyon.
Bryce Canyon.
Yeah.
Well, I know when I was
Wow.
looking at routes to come back from my dad's when we closed down the house, I was looking at going up kind of just east, go to Salt Lake City, visit there, see what that's like down through Utah,
Oh yeah.
stop at Moab,
Check out different stuff.
see that, and then come on down.
Nice.
Or go south, go to San Diego, and then across. of
And you
course,
chose the zoo with the monkey with
The masturbating monkey.
the masturbating monkey.
with the Sean.
That
Well-
thought that he was going to get some action and then sat there all depressed.
That was funny.
fucker.
Well, big key where we did that is my wife wanted to
Fish
visit
Sean.
her aunt in Phoenix. And if we went the other route, we wouldn't have been able to do that.
So what fascinates me about this picture that's shown about the Bryce Canyon National Park is that these columns of stones that are coming out, I am fascinated by
How they're made. Yeah.
the what is it called? It's
Erosion.
not sediment, but it's what do you call it? It's a sequential kind of
Layering.
yeah. There's a homogeneous or there's what do they call that when it's
What?
multi-layered? Not homogeneous because that's one, but multi-genius. What is it?
Omnigenius.
Yeah, I don't think that's what it is, but it works.
That's a
But
really,
the
really
point-
good attempt there, Jeff.
The point is
really
that
good
you
attempt.
gotta ask yourself, how was this stuff created? And obviously, it was created because it comes from ultimately like sandstone. It's like a version of limestone.
Yeah, it's all
That's
weathering,
its compound,
right?
And
It all used to
limestone
be
is a product
underwater.
of excrement. So basically, excrement is coming from a bunch of it's like billions and billions of these microscopic animals that shit.
That's not shit.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it is. That's not
ask your dad.
That's not a giant column of shit.
So limestone is shit.
That's what makes the bourbon taste so good.
Yeah.
The shit water.
Oh, shit water
No,
from limestone.
well, but look, from what I understood, limestone is basically the settling of because water's you got water and you got the algae or whatever's in the water,
Yeah.
and it's just like the decaying of that. Plus,
Google is limestone shit.
No, I'll just ask my dad. Dad, is limestone just a big column of shit?
I don't know the truth.
And he'll be like, I'm sorry, what? So my buddy who's like, like a...
calcium carbonate in the form of calcite and aragonite.
Okay, but did it come... it came from skeletal fragments. Oh, hold on. Maybe you're getting some... commonly composed of tiny fossils, shell fragments, and other fossilized debris.
It's not shit.
It could be shit.
look
Shell fragments.
the bottom
hear-
line.
I don't hear music, do I?
No.
Oh, God. Wow, that was weird.
I heard a little.
I heard something.
I heard a ringing.
I thought it was the music about to start.
Kind of like, oh, that's weird. I've heard that twice tonight. I thought that was maybe me and I was getting sick. I was like, what the fuck is that?
We better move on before the music does start.
You have COVID.
All right. Well, anyways, I thought it was kind of curious because I've heard some guy talk about it in length about how the rock of limestone is created, and he was talking about in Utah and how these organisms were dying in their decomposed bodies and shit. It was basically, so he basically said limestone is basically excrement from these algae or these microscopic animals.
Interesting. Okay, well, you actually did some credibility there. All right, number 8, the Kenai Fjords National Park.
That's in Alaska. That's a long drive.
That's too far. Alaska. All right, that looks beautiful, but we can't do that. Denali. That's also Alaska. Denali.
Holy shit!
Zion National Park, number 6. That's also Utah. Grand. How you say that? Teton National Park. That's Wyoming. Hold on. That's Wyoming.
That's Wyoming.
That's beautiful. Grand Canyon. There it is. I've never seen it. Number 4.
I'd love to go to Grand Canyon.
All right. Number 3. Yosemite.
That's
okay,
right.
Now that's close to which one?
I actually drove through that.
Which one is that close to though?
That's California, Nevada.
Okay. Number 2. Yellowstone. Haven't seen that one either. Number 1, Glacier National Park.
Well, that's interesting. Where's Glacier at?
It's in Montana, right?
That'd be an interesting.
Is that
drive.
Montana?
Includes one of 700 lakes across Montana.
Man, we're having to rush the end of this, but so Yellowstone, definitely. Yosemite, definitely. And scroll back down. What was the other one?
Grand Canyon.
And Grand Canyon. Those are the 3 I think I need to hit.
Well, dudes like us, we gotta figure this out. God damn, how this podcast went fast.
It was, but we laughed and we cried and we 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's July 31st. It's the second half of our podcast. It's check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. What a Rumble? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we're on Rumble.
Yeah, so dudes like us -podcast. Dudes like us Woodcraft for our woodcrafting products out there. We appreciate you guys listening. We'll see you guys next week. Dude, I'm Sean.
That was a lot. I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
I didn't even finish my drink.